Hey everyone, Tin Man here, back with some more Dota Underlords, ranked around 200-ish right now. Had a really good night streaming last night, got a couple wins and a whole bunch of second places, so moved up a bit in the ranking. So what do we have here? I guess probably Axe is a good first pick. Axe is just better on turn 1 than every other unit because he's going to guarantee get 2 kills. Means he gets the brawny bonus. When he gets the brawny bonus, he's a bit tankier. Overall, though, Axe is not a great unit. He just is really good on turn 1 to get extra kills. He's really good in the creep rounds. But if you don't get him to 2-star or you don't have the brawny bonus, he kind of looks a little bit lackluster later. I mean, even kind of into the mid game, not even thinking about the late game. So, going to pick up Chainmail here. One of, if not the best, tier 1 items. Probably the best. Other options here were like a pair of bounty hunters, but we obviously couldn't pick up both, and I'm not really inclined to lock for just a pair. Although bounty hunter is pretty decent in the current meta, at least in the early game. So here we've got the option of, I think Chaos Knight or Queen of Pain are the two better options here. I think I'm going to pick up Chaos Knight, but I guess I can really reevaluate and decide if I want to sell something off for Queen of Pain. So Queen goes into more at the assassin builds with the burst magic damage, along with Morphling, the Sand King. Whereas Chaos Knight's just a bit better standalone unit, just on its own merits. I like a Chaos Knight 1-star compared to a Queen of Pain 1-star. He's a lot tankier, 200 more health, has like roughly the same damage output, and he's got a stun as well. So I think I'll stick with the Chaos Knight for the moment and give him a Gloves of Haste to up his damage output. Even if I don't really think we go towards Knights long term, I'm not a big fan of Knights in the current meta. That's why I didn't sell off Axe for the Bat Rider. I just don't think Knights are really where I want to be. But, if we get an early 2-star Chaos Knight, there's no shame in going into Knights. Although I don't think it lines up great against. A lot of people are running Savages early game, which Knights are very much about like the slow and steady, like win the long fight because they've got the damage reduction, they've got the healing, which is better because they have damage reduction. They've got relatively few sources of damage. Mainly it's the Chaos Knight and the Luna, so you really want to get those to 2-star quickly. But that kind of falls flat against opponents who have other really good long fights, like with the Savage Bleed as well as the healing from Warlocks. Here we're deciding between Target Buddy and Helm of the Undying, the tier 2 items here. I think Target Buddy's just better. Like, it provides just so much health. There's a 2-star Chaos Knight. Okay, well, we get 2-star Chaos Knight, and we'll work with that. I think I'm going to sell off my 2 warriors here to grab Lycan and Tusk, just to get the Savage bonus, and I think they're going to be just better units to use right now rather than the 1-star Axe and Tiny. This is a really good combination for the Savage bonus. So we have a really strong early game. I'd be surprised if we don't win the first couple of rounds here. This is a very strong board right now. Not only the Target Buddy, but just good units. A 2-star Chaos Knight's insane. We'll see where that gets us. So our opponent here had the big time contract plus double Ogre Magi, which typically would be a pretty strong lineup, but not against us. We just run them right over. Pick up a Shadow Shaman for lack of a better thing to spend that 1 gold on. And hopefully we'll get a bit better clarity in the next couple packs, whether or not we want to go more towards Knights with the Chaos Knight, or just use him as a good early like win streak machine, right? If we just have a 2-star Chaos Knight, that's just going to be decent, no matter how you slice it. So here, what do I want as my 4th unit? Anti-Mage, Tinker, not Shadow Shaman. Probably Tinker is the best standalone, because he has most health, has a reasonable effect. I'm going to put him a little bit closer to the front, because I do want him to take a little bit of damage, maybe take an attack of somebody who sneaks past this, this Target Buddy, or no one will. Or will they? Okay. Basically, because he gains very little mana. He has very low attack damage, and I just would like him to get attacked so that he gets his cast off, and it kind of worked well there. He got Pudge hooked. Same idea. Actually, I think with all that considered, I'm going to drop even further back so that if somebody else is back in the corner, Target Buddy still gets its taunt off. Yeah, I'll stay with this, I think. not a big fan of Shadow Shaman, but he does go okay into some Knights builds early on where you want to get the troll bonus from Bat Rider. I'm obviously regretting not picking up the Bat Rider earlier. Actually, not really, because I probably would have sold it off for the Tusk Lycan anyway. So, it's fair. Alright, we'll pick up... actually, could I... No, I don't want to sell for interest. That would literally cost me everything. Or will it? If I do this composition, right? It's a little weaker, right? The Anti-Mage is a little weaker than the Tinker, but it gets me up to 9 gold. So if I win this fight, which I'm pretty confident I'm going to win because like we're pretty strong, then I get 10 gold for interest because of the way it calculates it. And then I can buy things in my shop, and I don't feel like I really missed out on too much there. Losing the Tinker, which I wasn't going to play for very long anyway. Either if we go into like a Savage Hunter build, or if we go into Chaos Knight build, or something along those lines. So we got the gold for interest here, and now we can just keep on getting interest because there's no real reason to not do it, to not be at least 10 gold for the next couple turns. There's a Chaos Knight and a Terrorblade. Don't really think I want to play both of them, although in theory you could. I'm going to sell off this that Nature's Prophet in order to get up to interest, and then after interest locks in, buy just like the whole shop. I mean, I'm gonna be like a little upset if we get like double Terror or Chaos Knight 2-star and Terrorblade 2-star, and then it's like, well, what do you want me to do about that? Because obviously playing both like is not ideal, because then you lose the demon buff. Actually, I guess it kind of works with the Demon Hunter, right? Well, I guess essentially we still lose the demon buff. It's not ideal. It's not great. Because like the way it works is if you don't have 2 demons, you have the demon buff. And if you don't have, and even if you have the Demon Hunter buff, you kind of restore the lost demon buff, but you're still missing out on that 50%. Like you're never going to be able to recoup. If you just run Terrorblade plus Anti-Mage, they do more than if you add in more demons. So you know what? I don't even want Terrorblade. I don't think he's that great. And we have so many Chaos Knights. I just want to get up to 20 gold of interest here. And we want to buy the Bat Rider, and maybe we do play Knights. I don't think Knights are great in the current meta, as I mentioned, but they are passable. If you get a strong early start and you're uncontested, which it looks like we are. One person also has Chaos Knights. Okay, maybe this person is going to contest us a little bit. But we have a really strong start. Basically, the requirement for playing Knights is you find an early 2-star Chaos Knight or Luna, because otherwise you're going to have like a weak early game, because individually the Knights are kind of weak, but together they become very strong, and if you get a 2-star Chaos Knight or Luna early on, also very strong. So not a lot here towards what we want. I'll just put in the Bat Rider to get the Knights bonus that protects Chaos Knight a bit more. And I don't think we're going to go towards Hunters. That just doesn't make a lot of sense given what we already have going on. So I think we're just going to sell here to 29 so that if we win, we grab interest, which would be sweet. Or I guess alternatively, I could have like replaced the Anti-Mage with a Chaos Knight and guaranteed grab interest. But, you know, we're just going to win. I'm just going to win the fight, and doesn't matter. Or will we? This person found the 2-star Chaos Knight, which I'm not a fan of, because I wanted to be alone in Knights, but I think they're going to take it from me. We're not going to win. Oh, no! Oh, that's disastrous. They didn't have, like, anything, and they found both upgrades at once. Oh, man. Yeah, I should have just done this. Should have just done this. Lost a point of interest. Would have been a stronger build, too, I think. I think it would have been stronger. Oh well. We got a free reroll out of the deal, so that's something. I mean, we're already up to 36 gold, so like we have the most gold on the table. So might as well just continue to milk that advantage. Let's use that reroll. Let's see what we get. Pair of Heartless. A lot of things towards Hunters. Maybe Hunters was more available than I gave it credit for. Just scouting out if anybody else is on hunters. Not really. You know,
I assume you want me
maybe.
to lead the team, right?
I don't know, like, especially if knights are going to be contested and hunters won't be. We have Lycan, I guess. I guess I forgot Lycan was a hunter. I was just thinking of him as a savage with Tusk, but he is a hunter. Definitely upsetting that we got rid of some earlier hunters, but if they're uncontested, we're still going to be able to find them. Okay, Blink Dagger's pretty good. Pretty good in a lot of cases with knights or with hunters even. You can Blink Dagger a Lycan or a Beastmaster to their backline to get them to cast right away. Well, there's a Luna. I'm definitely not going to go Anti-Mage, so let's just sell up to 40 gold of interest and then hold on to our options here. And we'll pick up the Luna, I guess Juggernaut and Slarder as well after interest locks in. So we're not undefeated, or we're not none of a win streak, but we have a lot more gold than them, and we have a lot more interest. They only have 10 gold of interest. We've got 40. So, I mean, they also have six 2-star units, and we've got 2. So I don't know how that one happened, that they managed to find 6 of them, but they managed to find 6 of them. So I guess that's why their gold is so low. Alright, that hurt. That hurt. That's crazy. On round 11, you have 6 2-star units. I mean, they're not like the best synergy with each other, but you know, if you just keep on getting all those combos, might as well. There's another Lycan. It's making a compelling case towards shifting towards hunters rather than knights, especially if someone else is contesting knights here. I don't think I want to sell off for interest just yet. I don't want to sell up to 50. I want to hold my options a little bit open here. So we'll just hold on. Buy the Lycan after the round is over. And then also probably level up. So I'm going to just pump 5 gold in to buy the Lycan. And we'll see which way this takes us. It's possible if we've hit like a 2-star Lycan or hit... 2-star Beastmaster or something along those lines, then definitely would want to go towards hunters rather than knights. But you know, we could just hit like a 2-star Luna and Batrider and be in the same kind of boat. Alright, so I gotta use my free reroll here before it's gone. Don't really care for Axe. Nothing. I mean, Witch Doctor and Juggernaut again, but nothing nothing to complete. Okay, there's a Batrider. I'm like, we need to clear the bench space. I'm going to sell off Slarder. I think I'm going to go towards hunters. Alright, I'm in. I don't know if this is right. I think it might be. I could have sold off more here. Sold off the Witch Doctors. But we got a Sniper. And just hunters are uncontested, and I think hunters are fine. I think they're good. Well, maybe they're not uncontested. No, this guy's just going Brawnies. Okay, Brawnies are just going to be a strong build. That's whatever. Maybe we don't get 3-star Beastmaster. What do I want? I want this for right now. And I'm not really interested in 3-star Tusk. But at least we're in a losing streak, so we're getting bonus gold for losing streak. And free rerolls, which is always nice. Alright, let's sell off the extra Chaos Knight, get up to 50 gold, and then I like Necrophos. I like the extra Sniper. And the Beastmaster, so a lot of good stuff here. Yeah, Blink Dagger's fine where it's at. I don't really want Witch Doctor long term, and I'm not even sure if I want Juggernaut. If we like don't end up really caring too much about Brawnies, because Beastmaster may not get too many kills. I mean, he might get some, but it'll be worth going Brawny over like a different alliance in my warrior core, along with hunters. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, looks like we're about to win this. Let's buy the Sniper, and then I gotta move some stuff out to my board to buy the Beastmaster Necrophos. I don't need to free reroll just yet. Although I'm very open to selling off like the Witch Doctors to clear some space. Let's just reroll to see if we grab something. Good, we don't. Alright, let's sell off Witch Doctors. It's a creep round, so we want to swap like this. Beastmaster's fine to stay in there, I guess. Doesn't matter much. And then we have so many pairs into this Hunter build. So many pairs. We've got pairs of Juggernaut, Beastmaster, Sniper, Lycan. Hopefully we can complete them here shortly. And no one else is going Hunters, right? Just us? Some people are grabbing like just Wind Ranger, but that's not really a Hunter build, it doesn't look like. Knights, Beastmaster, that's more like a Bloodbound build. And the person has Lycan, but they're looking more towards Savages, I think. Alright, let's see what we get out of this. We get a Maelstrom. Oh, that is so good for Hunters because they have very high attack speed. And they get the multiple attacks, which means multiple chances to trigger Maelstrom. It's so good. There's a Sniper. Okay, let's put in Sniper over one of the Lycans to get us the Hunter buff. I guess we can move this back on Sniper. He's probably going to survive for a long time. And then I just hold off level to 7 and then reroll a little bit at 7 to try to like complete these pairs and actually, you know, move along with our life. I think so. We need to be able to kill this Beastmaster quick. I don't think we're going to be able to kill this Beastmaster quick at all. No. Sniper, can you get him? Stop getting Witch Doctor stun. Jeez. Witch Doctor stun was so good. Stopped my Sniper from doing anything. He still was top damage, but like he needed to be more top damage. Needed more than that. Alright, let's pump the gold in here. I'm gonna throw in, I guess, Pudge Necrophos for the Heartless. Use our free reroll and probably reroll a couple times here. There we go. Those are the upgrades we're looking for. Alright. We have 2 warriors. That's it. I would need to throw in Juggernaut somehow. I don't think Juggernaut makes sense to throw in just yet. Okay, gonna transition into a Hunter's build. Typically the Hunter's build is gonna run 6 Hunters along with 3 warriors once you get to the late game. Or you do like a 3 warrior, 3 hunter thing until you get to level 9. And you can kind of mix and match what else you want in that build. Whether you want like Necrophos, whether you want Alchemist, who's really good with his armor shred, or if you just want more hunters, more warriors, and maybe even Brawny. But although I don't think Brawny's going to be too appealing this game because Beastmaster doesn't have any kills right now. Now that Beastmaster's 2-star, he's a bit more survivable, so it makes a little bit more sense to give him that Maelstrom, as opposed to the Sniper, who was, like, when he was at 1-star, he was just going to die before he got too many attacks off. So now that he's 2-star, he's more survivable, and it makes more sense to give him the Maelstrom.
You made the right
Let's grab these ones, and I guess hold off on anything else. Do I want to level to 8? When do I want to level to 8? I mean, I do want to level to 8. I just don't know when. When does that make sense? And what do we want to put in? We want to put in a warrior. Either Juggernaut if we get him to 2-star, or some other, like, Kunkka or something. I want a warrior. Tide Hunter would be a big one. So I'll pick up Slark in case we grab a Tide Hunter to give us the scaled bonus until we get up to a Medusa, who would be the ideal scaled, but far from guaranteed that we get her. But I guess getting to level 8 is kind of a prerequisite to getting her. Don't need more Chaos Knights, so let's just pump our gold in. And I guess we'll hit 20, or level 8 on round 21, and then throw in a warrior and see where we get. See where we go from there. We'll still keep running the Chaos Knight until we find something really compelling to replace it with. There's no reason to add more hunters unless they're 2-star, because we have the synergies we want, and we have 2-star hunters already. There's no reason to go up to 4 hunters just for like a 1-star Drow Ranger or 1-star Marana or something like that. And a 2-star Chaos Knight's gonna be better than any of those things at 1-star, almost certainly. Oh, that Beastmaster though. Luckily, him being bloodbound does not increase his damage from his axe tosses. They're set amounts of damage, so it only affects his auto attacks, which is not nearly as scary as his axe toss. Wild axes. Yeah, that, like most, or I guess not most of his damage, but a big chunk of their damage, of Beastmaster's damage, is often in that axe toss. Or in our case, with the Maelstrom. Okay, let's get rid of this Bat Rider, clear up the bench space. I think Lycan would be, or Alchemist rather, would be a good next unit rather than a Warrior. The Warrior buff is, it's fine, it's something, but like it affects 2 guys, or 3 because we put a new one in. But Alchemist potentially uses Acid Spray, hits their whole board, gives them minus armor, which is important because a lot of our damage is going to be physical, between the Beastmaster and just the auto attacks from all the hunters. How many kills does Beastmaster have? I'm just wondering if it makes sense to ever really go for this Juggernaut. I do want to pick up the Wind Ranger, although she's probably the weakest hunter that we could be playing. Assuming we find a Medusa at some point, we'd want to use that instead. There's a Mask of Madness. Pretty good on Drow Ranger and Slark if we use it, so I'll pick it up. And it's even not horrible on like Troll Warlord, actually. You know, we're gonna ditch this guy. We're gonna use a Troll Warlord. Gives us the warrior buff. Gives us a good Mask of Madness target. Disruptor is also probably a better Brawny, because we're not gonna run 4 Brawny. We're just gonna run 2 Brawny at most. And I guess if we're running Necrophos, we maybe don't need to run Drow Ranger. Maybe we just stick with 3 hunters rather than the full 6 here. We just keep the 3 hunters we have, maybe go up to a 4th when we find a Medusa, and then we can just run the Troll Warlord, we can run Disruptor along with the Necrophos for the Warlock buff, and that would be pretty good. I like it. And then we don't need to run Drow Ranger and Wind Ranger, who are 2 of the individually weaker hunters, and no Marana either, who's also kind of weaker than these ones. We probably do want to replace Tusk at some point, as well as the Chaos Knight. Probably with like Doom and then I guess Disruptor over Chaos Knight. Probably makes the most sense. So yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of these guys. Probably not gonna... Oh, Tide Hunter. We need Tide Hunter, right? So Tide Hunter plus like Disruptor for the Tusk and Chaos Knight once we get them to up to 2 stars. And then if we level up, we can throw in the Alchemist slash Medusa slash Slark. Probably Slark, preferably, until we find the Medusa. Okay, sweet. So we got a game plan here. I think that's a good game plan. I guess we don't have Troll buff. How would we get a Troll buff? We'd need a Witch Doctor. Meh. Maybe that can be a later pickup. So I'm gonna just pump gold into levels, because we want to get up to level 9 next, because we don't have, there's no low-hanging upgrade other than like Pudge, which we're 1 away from, but who cares about getting a 1-star or a 2-star Pudge? At this point, I'd be much more interested in getting a higher level, higher chance of finding the Medusa and Tide Hunter, and even Kunkka would be fine addition for a while, even if he doesn't contribute to the synergies we really want. He gives us the human bonus, which is kind of irrelevant. It's a pretty small impact, but it's not completely zero. Once again, we're just going to wait till we get our units up to a 2-star to make that swap. Okay, probably going to hit this on around 25. That'll be when our goal to be a natural multiple, so that'll be the most logical time to do it. Another good win. Beastmaster is really racking up some kills. He doesn't have like 20, 30, 50, 60 at this point, but he started at 0 and around like 15 or something late like that. So he's pulling some weight here. And we're on a good win streak. 6 wins in a row. Feels good. There's a sniper. Probably not going to play Alchemist. I don't think we're ever going to get up to 4 Warlocks. I don't think that makes a lot of sense, because we kind of want 3 Hunters, 3 Warriors, 2 Warlocks. That's 8, 9, 10. But then we kind of want more than just... we also need the Scaled and whatnot. So yeah, probably not going to get up to the 4 Warlocks. And just clear up the bench space for Slark. Actually, there's 1 person on mages. Maybe we don't need Scaled. Maybe we don't need Scaled, actually. We might not. If there's only going to be 1 person who's like a real serious contingent of magic damage, then like maybe we don't need Scaled. I can't believe we actually won that. We looked really outnumbered, but then Troll Warlord and Sniper just dealt so much damage. Alright, let's just level up here. Throw in, actually, probably Disruptor, right? That gives us 2 Warlock. Extra healing. Look at all these. So many alliances. And now we're 1 away from Deadeye, so we can just throw in a Gyrocopter next, right? No, probably want to... Well, we want to replace Chaos Knight with, like, Doom. Want to replace... maybe Tusk with Kunkka. We don't even need Scaled until we find Medusa, and then maybe we reevaluate. But I think we're going to stick here at level 9 for a while, until we get, you know, a whole bunch of upgrades, I think. So we're going to reroll. I'm actually just going to save some time and start rerolling now, rather than wait till the next turn. Yeah, I don't think we're going to play Slark. It's either going to be Medusa by the time we get to that Scaled buff, if the Mage player's still in, which doesn't look very likely. Okay, so 1-star Doom, I don't know if that's necessarily better than 2-star Chaos Knight. With any luck, we can find one of the upgrades. Moonshard. Hello. I love Moonshard on Sniper. Sniper has such high auto attack damage that Moonshard is a big boost to his damage output. We already have an attack speed item on Troll Warlord, so he doesn't need another one. I don't really need Lich. I do need the Doom. I think we want Witch Doctor. Oh, there is the Tidehunter and Medusa all at once. Yeah, you know what? Let's... Oops. Or, actually, yeah, just throw in the Medusa. I didn't get all my items back out, but that's okay. Or this should probably be on Pudge. This'll work. So we get the Scaled buff. What are we missing? Anything? Still missing the Troll bonus. We want to get the Demon back in there. Oh, we're going to get crushed here. Ooh. I don't think putting the items out would have made the difference in that fight. That hurts. 18? What? What? That's absurd. Alright. We have 1 extra hunter, so we can cut a hunter if we need to. Like, we can cut the Lycan if we find like a 2-star Kunkka or Doom, or a 3-star Sniper. There's a Gyrocopter. Actually, I wonder if like Gyrocopter is better here. I kind of think it might be. I think it very well might be. Oh, yes. Very much yes. And also, let me give this over to Gyro. He has a very high attack speed, and that's why I'm happy to give him the Maelstrom. He can proc it multiple times. But like a 3-star sniper with a Moon Shard always targeting the lowest health individual, like their whole board's just gonna be picked off one at a time. It's gonna be great. Unless they have too much health and we can't pick them off. But we can, because Sniper deals so much damage. Look at that. Oh my goodness, 10k damage on the Sniper. That is a thing of beauty. Alrighty, we still have the 3 Hunters. Actually, maybe I could... No, I'll keep the Beastmaster, because we have the Disruptor. I was thinking maybe this is a worse Hunter. But no, it's pretty good here. I still want to keep the Troll Warlord, but I just don't know how we're ever going to fit in Doom and Kunkka outside of leveling up, at which point I'd probably want Doom over Kunkka. Just because I like the single target disable a little bit better. So, I mean, I think I do want to level up, because I think that would be a good unit to throw in. Because we have every other buff we could possibly want. Oh, that, it's kind of funny, the Ace of Deadeyes effect actually came into effect. We were under a Disruptor ult. I think it was their Disruptor ult. Yeah, it was their Disruptor ult, but we had like a 25% chance to miss because of a Disruptor, but we didn't because we had Ace of Deadeyes. That is like probably the first time that's actually been relevant in like any of our games. All right, we definitely still need a lot of upgrades, so I'm still not really inclined to level up just yet because we want to find like Necrophos upgrade and Tidehunter upgrades and potentially 3-star Beastmaster, but at the same time we're also running 3 Aces who we would double our odds of finding them if we leveled up, and we'd increase the tier 4 odds. Yeah, let's just level up now. Why not? Why not? We lose a couple points of interest, but we probably keep the win streak going. And then... Uh-oh. The 2-star Enigma. That's not good. Oh, but luckily, Sniper dodged it. Dodged the Enigma ult, so he's still at full health, and that's all we need. We just need a Sniper just go into town in the back line. The rest of our board doesn't matter. As long as Sniper's up, we're going to win the fight. Because a 3-star Sniper with a Moon Shard is so good. 537 DPS. Actually nets out to about 490 after you consider armor reduction and his cast. Oh, it's so good. We keep our win streak going. We're top of the tables with this hybrid ace build. We got 3 aces. I guess one of the aces doesn't really count, though. Ace of Warlocks is not doing anything at all for us. But that's okay. That's okay. He's still just a good unit, and he gives us Brawny. We're using so many alliances that this is just a great combo. I do want to pick up the Disruptor, but it's a creep round, so we'll do it after the interest locks in, and then we'll just start... probably keep rerolling because we have so many low-hanging upgrades. We'll have 3 things that we're 1 away from. We can just hopefully pick those up, as well as maybe get the Gyrocopter upgrades. It seems pretty unlikely we're ever going to get like a 3-star Beastmaster. That seems a little bit far-fetched based on the fact that we don't have that much gold and we've leveled up, so we have very low tier 2 unit odds. But that's not it's not bad. We lost this creep round because healing's too OP, I guess, on the Bloodlust, the Mega Warlock. Don't forget to buy the Disruptor. Just unfortunately can't fit in the Witch Doctor. In theory, we could have, if we had done things a little bit differently, we could have got him in there. I think I'll pick up Bracers. What I was saying is we could have like done Witch Doctor and Alchemist as going up to 4 Warlocks rather than something else that we've done. Okay. Yes, please. We just found everything. We only had to reroll once. That was nice. We don't have everything. We don't have the Necrophos and Disruptor yet. But we do have the Gyrocopter. And I just want to wait till interest locks in because I don't want to reroll too low because the units are pretty expensive. And just for achievement progress, there's an achievement to buy so many 5-cost units, so we're just going to buy all of them, and then we just sell off the ones we don't want afterwards. No harm in doing that. Oh no, our sniper got pudge hooked. No! That's why we're losing. Our sniper got sniped. No, alright. We need to adjust our sniper positioning though. We can't have him get pudge hooked. We can let Gyrocopter get pudge hooked. Something like this. Can't let that happen again. That's bad. That's the only way we lose these fights. Is if sniper doesn't snipe. We don't need more dooms. We do need disruptors. Do need Medusas. Okay, perfect. So let's move the Bracers of Desperation over to Disruptor and kind of put him a little bit closer up to the front. And same with Medusa, because she has a radius on her effect, and you want her to be a little bit closer to the center, so she gets a little bit better use out of, you know, it's a little bit better to stun all of them, rather than being in the back line where she's just at max range and she just won't stun anybody. Nice, they doomed the Gyrocopter and not the sniper. Perfect. Because sniper's the only one we care about. Ooh, Troll Warlord with a Mask of Madness. Very strong. Not stronger than a sniper, though. Yeah, we just gotta protect sniper and we win these fights. It's just that easy. And we're still looking for upgrades on Troll Warlord, Necrophos, Gyrocopter, so we still have upgrades defined to get even stronger. Things are looking good. Things are looking very good right now. Yeah, I'll reroll once or twice here. Buy the Lich and then sell the Lich. Achievement progress. Alright, I guess, yeah, Beastmaster's still fine. I'm just thinking he's like probably our weak link in our build right now. He's not, I guess he does provide 2 alliances, but like they're kind of lower. Like the Hunter is replaceable with like Marana or something. And the Brawny impact is like kind of low impact. I guess he does some reasonable damage. It's not, he's not that big of dead weight. I just am like always skeptical if I don't have a 3-star Beastmaster, like do I really need him? But he's fine. He's fine. This build is good. This is a good 10 unit composition, even without the troll bonus and without Ace of Warlocks. I think the formation makes sense. We want Tide to just blink in. Disruptor should be kind of close so we can hopefully get a second Bracers off. And then we just want our more vulnerable units a little bit well protected in the back. And then Doom is here to hopefully bait some assassins in this direction. And then can pick up anybody jumping in or blinking in. And actually I can just scout if there are any. There's not even anybody going to jump or blink in. So maybe it's not even that relevant. I'll still keep him like roughly here so that people have to like go through him in order to get to Troll Warlord and Sniper. But I think we should just be able to mop this one up. This has been feeling pretty good. I hope. Sniper's still up, so we're probably good. I don't know, that's a Troll Warlord. Still untouched. Oh, we're good. Oh, just barely. Nice. This second sniper ult at the end. So it did it. A 2-star Troll Warlord with a Mask of Madness is like the best 1v1 duelist there is. Maybe outside of a Doom, who can just doom him and then win the duel. But it was a little scary there for a second. Okay, there's a Necrophos. Remember, we still need to get 2-star of him. So we'll pick up the Necrophos after Interest locks in, and then our opponent's the same person we just played against. So we've eliminated everybody else. So this is already that's really surprising. We went from, I think the first person to get eliminated in 8th place was on round 31. And then here on round 35, 4 rounds later, we're down to top 2. That was a crazy fast swap from 8 players down to 2 in just a few rounds there. 4 rounds. That's craziness. Alright, so now that we're just down to top 2, there's no reason in like preserving our gold, really, or playing for too much interest, because like the game's going to be over in like 2 turns tops. There's a tombstone. Hello. That's really strong. Especially in these kind of like builds of warriors versus warlocks. Because they've got... Warriors and warlocks just lead to a longer drawn-out fight, and in those longer drawn-out fights, the more just raw bodies you have to throw at the problem, the better. Don't need those aces. Don't need the necrophos. Alright. Well, this is still probably fine. Oh, they stacked on the other side. I guess I could have scouted this out a little bit better. So they actually walked into my tombstone. But we can just pudge hook some of them in. And we crush them. Oh, because Doom hit their Troll Warlord. That was the important part. I'm like, why are we crushing them so hard? Doom hit their Troll Warlord, and that was their whole carry. So that's how you do it. That's why Doom is so good and so much better than Kunkka, because it just completely annihilates a unit. And, of course, Sniper, 3-star, Moonshard, best carry in the game. Alright, so we take home a nice, sweet first place with a cool hybrid build of 3 warriors, 3 hunters, plus a smattering of aces with trolls, and I guess we didn't even have the troll buff. But Troll Warlord, Deadeye buff of all things, and Scaled Medusa. Great build, tons of fun, and we got a nice clean first place with it. It didn't really feel particularly close once we kind of got up to levels 8, 9, and 10. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do like and subscribe, and also check me out on Twitch under the same username, tinman354, link down in the description below. I stream a couple times a week, a little bit inconsistent right now, but just go drop a follow there and you'll get notified whenever I go live. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.